Hey everybody, Allie Craig here, and can we just talk about what life really is like when it comes to really our online presence? Because few of us really stop and take notice of what this really is. Now I know I've thrown the statistic out there before that basically we make over 10,000 impressions a day, which is actually on the low side to how many impressions most of us really make. If you're like a social media maven, then guess what? You're making so many thousands of impressions more. And that's really the whole goal of social media. But do you realize the power of what that means? The power of what every single impression, every single like, every single repost gives you. It's more than just brand influence. It actually says something about who you are and the life that you're creating. So what does your virtual life say about you? Does it truly show the full you, or does it not maybe show everything about you? There's so much on both sides of the BS brand side of what you should do. Should you be perfect and polished, or should you be a tell-all novel? The truth is that whatever you decide should actually build something. And that's where impression management comes in. This little known field that all the celebrities know and us entrepreneurs need to get smart on. Impression management is about using every single impression, so every single like, every single reshare that you get to your advantage. And it's not about manipulating them into necessarily buying something, as much as it's about making sure that what that impression says about who you are and what you're about adds up to something. It adds up to telling the story of who you are. It's almost like the next paragraph in a chapter of explaining what's going to happen. Or it helps to kind of fill in the, play of how you're building your business and your brand. Every single impression should tell some aspect to your story, personally or professionally. But when it comes to this online world, far too many of us just post out there because we feel the BS brand pressure of having to post X number of times a day per platform. And guess what? We just throw stuff out there and see what sticks, which in the end is the expression of what our life is about. So if your life and your brand is about just throwing whatever is up, what you want up there and seeing what sticks, then guess what? You're doing a great job. But for most of us, our brands are about something so much more. It's about a deeper message, serving a greater cause. And so the throw it up on the wall and see what sticks method isn't really what we're going for. So stop and take some time to actually think about what are the impressions you're making in this virtual life of yours, and make sure that every repost, every share, every like actually adds up to telling a little bit about who you are and a little bit about what you are really trying to achieve in this world. Every post is like a puzzle piece in your brand. So when someone, your audience, actually takes that puzzle piece and adds it up to all the other puzzle pieces they've seen of the impressions you've made, they should have a pretty good idea about who you are and what you're about when they look at this puzzle of your impressions. So stop throwing stuff up on the wall and seeing what sticks, and start being intentional. Start using these impressions in the virtual life you have to your business and brand advantage.